Roll Your Boat is back for yet again another mental strengthening daily journal. I'm a little late today, and the reason of that matter is I think I have somewhat of a sleeping problem that I have to work on. That's something that I am witness to and that I am facing that it seems as of late sometimes when I get home from the work that I do, I fall into a sleep type apnea, apnea. See, sometimes you just got to be patient mentally. Yeah, sleeping issue sometimes I think I may have. So that's why I have come late today. But I did stick with my commitment. I just need to stick with a better time commitment so that I can keep everything at an even pace. So it's all a work in progress. Speaking of progress today, everybody, I did make progress with my mental health today with a friend being involved. But hey, let's start everything from the get go. Okay, everything from the beginning of today, day two of my mental strengthening. So, for the most part, as you can see, I made sure, like I told y'all, to watch the last video, day one's video. And according to my day one facts, and if y'all would like to comment and let me know what y'all may think, if I may have been a step off or my first one today, y'all know already the was just used. And I said I was going to try my best to eliminate that word from my vocabulary. But yesterday I said the word without explanation 4 times. So I'm very proud of myself that I am making a mental note on things and I am checking in so that I can actually do some deleting because I have too much other things that I am working on trying to convince myself and be on the get go to keeping all of the hose on my boat, my mental boat, keeping them filled and not leaking, sealed up, keeping them sealed. So I'm on a good path. So this morning, I pretty much woke up. I was in a better state, mostly with what I was thinking about mentally. I still am going through some things with the viral cough that I was telling y'all about. I did go through that challenge today, and it will block me. It's been blocking me a little bit mentally. So that's something that I am trying to get past. Because sometimes it makes me get frustrated more easier when I am coughing, but that's just a, a huge obstacle that I'm going to have to face and learn that just because I may not be feeling too good, if I have a responsibility to do, I have to still commit to that responsibility, and people cannot be victims to the way that I may be feeling. That's something that I learned today. A good example of that is I was getting frustrated an with a coworker of mine because of the way I was feeling. I was not able to block a lot of those emotions that you have a lot of times in the workplace that it's no need to have, because that's not somebody that you are around 24/7. You may be around them most of your day, but you have to realize that they are coworkers, so they don't owe nothing to you. I had to realize that myself today. So everything turned out way better. I did have an incident where I was feeling like I I wanted to say something smart to a coworker, but I pretty much caught myself. I caught myself and I thought about everything that I have talked about with mental strengthening. It helped me, as well as looking at my video yesterday. It helped me to see that that is not the route, that a positive route is the approach to take on a lot of things, a lot of levels, and it will help you reach your obstacles to the goal that you want to make. I felt I did not feel a whole lot of what I normally feel mentally, like when it comes to trying to trying to erase that dark cloud that may be floating around when I am decreased in what I have going on psychologically. I did not feel a whole lot of that cloud today. I was very much straightforward with myself. I tried to keep everything in line as much as possible. I do notice that I am easily distracted. I did notice that I am distracted by certain things, because that's just the whole I care about what people think in me. That's that whole type of mental challenge that I am going through, which I am focusing on so that I can see, hey, why is it that I care so much about what somebody may think? Because it's not the route that I need to go. I know that's not, because I have so much stuff going on that the last thing I should be worried about is what somebody may think of me, especially if I know it to not be true. That makes you grow. It helps you to climb to that next step that you have to climb to. You don't always have to make huge climbs, because you can have a slide down on the ladder, just like playing slides and ladders back when we were younger. So you have to learn that. I need to learn that when climbing the ladder, stay there, stay there. And to the next point that I wanted to make today, of a huge mental breakthrough that I made with a friend. Sometimes the best way to get to your mental goals is to grab onto a friend, somebody that you can really trust and care, and somebody that you know cares for you. So I did have a talk with a friend today. This was during lunch, and we pretty much talked about goals, and how at times we may feel stagnant, and it can cause to have great mental discerns, and that can cause negative effects. And I was told by a friend that they felt that I was in a good state, that they looked at me as being a good example of somebody that has a lot of their challenges in order and responsibilities in order from the things that I have faced, from a lot of the hard times and memories that I know I cannot erase. They help me to see that a lot of what I have been through has been a positive. They feel that it has been a positive, and that I am in a much better state than what I may think. So that helped me to see things a lot better. That I have to learn that even if I am in a state where things may not seem like they're really going, that I may just be stuck somewhere on a ladder, that I'm not, that somebody else may be looking up to me, and I may be inspiring someone else by trying to keep a cool persona on a lot of things, by being easier to talk to, by being a good listener. So I really focus in on what my friend said today, and I appreciate my friend for really talking to me and knowing one thing that I know I found out today for sure is that that friend really cares for me. So I am definitely going to do my best to show the commitment that I care for them, and I cannot let my mental challenges erupt our friendship, and I cannot let those past hurt feelings and things that may have mentally broken me down. I can't let that judge this friendship relationship. I can't. I have to put the past in the past and move forward so that I won't be in the same mental situations that can cause a great effect of negativity, bitterness, and regret. And that's just more of a mental load that I have to deal with. So I am going to face it a lot more often with a journal writing, or right here with my mental health blog. blog. And it seems right now to be a good progress. This is day 2. I appreciate this being able to happen. I appreciate being able to hit that live button so that I can maybe try to get in a comment from a subscriber, supporter, somebody that may just be looking in on my boat. And this boat is in the transformation to become a yacht. Yes, it is. It's in a transformation mode. So, yes, that is a lot of what I felt today. I did feel progression in what I have going on mentally. That is a strength to have somebody in your corner. A lot of times you still need support. That personal support can be a goal reacher. It can be a tool that you can use in your everyday life to help you stay on task. You have to have some type of support. Loneliness can definitely lead to emptiness, can lead to you going down more of a darker type of negative path. and it may not lead you where you really want to go. And it can take you down the ladder. It can take you down, especially if you're in what you may consider a stagnant type of mode. And you have to look at the people that are on that level with you and notice how they are reacting to it. And if you see that they aren't giving a whole lot of fuss, then maybe, and this is something that I'm glad I'm catching on today, maybe it's something that I may need to change. And I may need to look and say, it's not that serious. Why am I reaching my mental capacity with anger, with vengeance and viciousness, and being offensive on the offense, on the defense? Is it all worth it? No. A lot of times it's not worth going off the deep end. So I'm coming to realize that this mental health vlog was the best thing that I could have did to mentally strengthen who I am. Always think in the back of my head, and I just thought about it, everybody with a blink of an eye to focus in on the brain. Sometimes when you're focusing on the brain, go down to the heart so that you can still have that humanity when you say things. Today, I delivered way more than what I have been delivering. So I am very proud that I was able to do that and not be so on a mental episode of impatience, of untrustworthiness, and a blockage. No, so I am going to try my best to surround myself with more support and goal reaching points and branches. Branches that if I'm falling, if I feel that I may be falling off that mental ladder on my boat, I can grab onto a branch. I have a tree. I'll put a tree up there on that boat because you have to bring that oxygen in. A lot of times that oxygen from the trees, it works. It works. It helps you when you may be falling off the sail when I'm putting my sail up. I gotta grab onto my branch so that I can push myself back into place. You have to push yourself forward sometimes when you are sitting on that ladder so that you can climb. Keep it in a climbing motion. I am going to slip up, especially being that I am a part of the work atmosphere. It's a lot of mental challenges that you may deal with on a daily basis. If you are passionate about what you do, and that's something that I'm glad to talk about too. I know for sure that I am passionate about what I do and the type of support that I give others. So I got to start treating the support to myself with that much more respect. I got to learn that respecting where I am and where I stand is important. It's important to me. And I got to focus in on that. Focus. I thought about that today. I thought about focus. Focus is something that is very heavy on what I'm learning. I have to learn to tell myself to write that down, as well as happiness. When I'm feeling that rough patch, I need to write happiness. Focus on happiness. Focus on it because it can help me to gain a positive experience and a positive life choice. Because life, especially when it comes to the mental type atmosphere, a lot of times it's based on choices. It's my choice to feel a certain type of way, and it may be a negative way, but I have to learn that is that the actual choice that I want to make. I gotta step back and be patient with who I am and how I'm feeling at that time, how I'm really feeling, and don't let things pop in my head that may be in a form of embarrassment because I may be moving a little slower than the next. But if I get there, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. So I can't let that be a detriment to me. Being trapped, trapped, feeling left out. That's part of jealousy sometimes. That's part of that jealousy bug that I told y'all that has definitely stung me quite a bit. That was something that was very much on the low levels today, and I'm happy to say is that jealousy spark that I have. I feel that that mental watching my mental escapades day one helped me to reach over, and say, hold on. I just wrote, I just spoke in my journal, in my vlog journal. So not I don't need to take a step back. I'm taking a step forward. So I'm listening to what I have to dish out to the world, what I gave to myself. And I have to be a benefit to my first benefactor, and that's me. That is me. I have to benefit myself, and I have to make everything work for me. I do. So I appreciate being able to come live on the boat. This has been a very good, a very good struggle that has turned into me facing the light. So sometimes I need to learn to be patient with myself. Be patient and show myself more appreciation, more appreciation and devotion. I'm very happy that I was able to come back today because I am in a commitment state. It's been a long time, everyone, since I've had a very strong commitment. And that's not good. On my level, I feel like I need to have commitments in my life because it helps to build more responsibility as an adult. So I have to keep that in mind and keep it intact. That commitments are not always about trying to get your next relationship, your next fling. It's not always about those commitments. It's about the commitments that you give to people not surrounding a love type of connection, but surrounding something that's going to help me to grasp on to what I have going on psychologically. So all of those play a part. I am going to more focus, I'm going to focus in tomorrow on coming at a decent hour and keeping that rotation. So I'm going to have to work on this sleep thing, everybody, and what's causing me to have such a sleep type of mental emotion. I'm having a sleep mental emotion. I don't know what it's about, but that's something that I have learned on day 2, that I am dealing with some type of a sleep addiction. That's it. I'm dealing with a sleep addiction. Something else that happened today was I was a focus in somebody's topics on the internet. I'll say that I was a focus, and I did feel like I handled it well. I did, because I didn't take it as a negative reaction, but I saw, like I told y'all, I have that. I also have another bug, which is that I care about what people think and being right. But you got to realize that's not what I need to focus in on. I learned that today, because folks, they going to build their narrative about what they think about you. They are going to build it, but how much do they care? You really got to focus in on that. How much do they care, and why am I caring so much about what they think when I could be doing so much more? Because they are doing way much more, not dealing with me, and I never even came into contact with the person. So I have to learn that patience is something that that I need to have there. I can't use my patience for somebody that I've never met, some and they may be discussing me and what they feel about me. I have to realize that patience is something that I can give, and I definitely have a much better right to give when that person is not a everyday step in my life. So I have to give myself first dibs. And I'm gonna give myself first dibs on, hey, I'm not going down that route with you without my patience. I'm bringing my patience along with me. I do not talk to you on a daily basis, so I can't let you disturb my peace. Mhm. I cannot let a negative emotion, especially when I feel like that if I feel like they are coming at a very angry state towards me, and I haven't even talked to them that day. I haven't talked to them, but they are very angry. That's something they're dealing with. Yes, that is it. It's something that they're dealing with emotionally and mentally. So that's something that they are going to have to handle. And and I do hope that they make a healthier choice. I hope that they make a healthy choice so that they can be at a better state. But I'm going to stay at the state that I am. I'm going to stay at my state, and I'm not going to let somebody out of nowhere spoil what I have going on, especially when I know that I am in a positive place. a lot of times, and I'm glad that I am able to bring this up. A lot of times, that is what causes me to go on my mental blockage and not and be in those mental situations that I may find I may find myself digging a hole and it's very hard for me to climb out. Digging a hole right here in the boat. Right here in the boat, whatever I got going on, I'm scraping at the bottom of my boat. So I gotta realize that some people may come into my what I have going on mentally as a barrier, and they may take me down my ladder. So I can't let that happen. So I'm glad I that's a progress. That's part of the progress today. I did listen in. I gotta say I did listen in on what the person said about me. I listened in twice. So that is on the level of how much of that did I need to keep hearing, especially if I've already heard it before. And I know exactly for what it's about. And it's not going to do me any good to give a negative reaction because as in the end, when it's all said and done, I am going to be more hurt and more mentally drained than that person is because that person has way more challenges to deal with because they have different, I'll say, negative resources that they may be using. So they have a lot more challenges. They have to learn to get over those negative resources to get back on track. And I gotta realize that I don't have those. So I can get back on what I have going on at a faster rate. So I'm glad that I learned that today. That was progress. Progress. So I'm gonna keep up what I have going on and not let certain things stand in my way. It's not fair to myself to go back down that route that was keeping me down. So day two, I appreciate this so much that I'm able to hang on to my commitment, even though I was late today. I was of late arrival. So I'm gonna have my best interest at hand when it comes to staying on a certain type of time task. That's going to be a goal of mine that I'm going to have to reach, and I'm going to have to put my best foot forward and committing to a time, committing to what I plan on doing, and I think I'm getting a lot better with the way that I'm talking to my audience online. I appreciate my audience even being here, maybe stepping in to listen to what I have going on my journal in my journal. It's a booster. It's a booster, and I'm proud to say that I am better than I was yesterday. Yeah, at this point right now, today I end up feeling a lot better with the mental challenges that I've been having with certain coworkers, certain people. I'll say certain people in my life. I felt things coming together. I felt not I wasn't taking things to heart as much, which is very good. I still have to work on the way I feel about authority is still very rocky. It's very rocky. It's very hard for me to trust a lot of things in leadership. But I have to learn to gain everything that I build upon, I have to utilize it at those challenging times when when I have to think about something that may has been said to me, and instead of reacting in such a negative Nancy type of form, I need to learn to reach in and take out a bag of positivity that I have in my goals, in my mental box. Just take that out, and instead of giving a sour look or giving a giving off energy that may be negative, I gotta learn to reach out there in that mental box and give them a a simple okay like that, just a okay, a nice smile, and just putting things forward, just really looking in instead of going off the handle with well, a real uh, in your gut type of negative feeling. I don't want to give that all that ribbon. I don't a piece of that bad rib. No, I don't want to give that all the time. So I got to reach in that mental box and with my heart, sometimes and give off exactly what I need to at that time. So I'm facing it. I am. I'm glad I am. I'm in awareness of a lot of things that I have going on now, and it's making me feel a lot better. It really is. I am just astounded right now that I was able to come today, come back day two, and it's only going to grow as the day goes. I talked about that with my friend too, that they felt that this was a great idea, and this is something that they wanted to do as well. I may try my best to get my friend on this path right here. Yes. Of doing them some type of mental type of vlog, or if they don't want to do a vlog, a journal on the effects of a journal. Get that going. Strengthen yourself. It all starts from within. So I'm very happy. I was able to bring some type of light into somebody else's situation. 1 second, everyone. Sorry about that. I had to turn my alarm off. So yeah, y'all look at that. It looks like I have made it to a little bit of a branch off to day three. But hey, we're making good progress in this mental hour. I'm happy. I still started in day two. So I'm still on my committed path. I am very trusting of my time situation, of what I plan on doing with my time situation, what I have wrote down in the back of my head. Okay, put that time stamp up there of I told myself gain a type of progression so that I can keep on to a task. Task completed. That's what I want to be writing down more. Task completed, mental task completed. I have made it to facing off and completing a mental goal of mine. That's strength. That's strength, and it takes a good amount. It takes a good amount of a positive approach in order for me to complete those tasks. So I'm very happy that I was able, and this is going to help me grow. And I really hope that I'm able to touch out at people, and I hope that I'm able to get people to join me on my boat to better mental stability and surrounding myself in an environment that is going to help me be who I am and not let me steer in a different path just because of what somebody may say to me or about me. I have to stay on task with who I am, realize who I am. I'm still in the process, everyone, of buying my mirror and getting naked and looking dead at myself. I got to do that. And I'll let y'all know where I stand with that. Because I feel that that's going to be a breakthrough for me. It is. It's going to help me just to see all of what I have going on with my true self, where I really need to be focused in on all the different type of mental strands and the veins, which veins I have to put in place to keep myself at a state. Sometimes it's not just about what you have going on up here, but it stems. Remember, the brain is a stem of your body. So it's all the different issues and parts of the body that can help you to grow this too. So that's awareness. Look at that right there. I'm bringing more awareness into what I have going on. I have to put put my step forward, put my story into place. This is a journal. Okay. I gotta remember this right here is a daily journal. So I'm writing down. I am I'm saying, y'all, I'm pouring it out. I'm gonna pour out what I have going on. I suggest this is something I have seen today. I suggest you make you a journal, everybody, a mental health journal. And that is all that will be focused in on. It brings progress. I can see that now. And I'll be talking with my friend, I'm pretty sure, about how I felt today and what path I have chosen and went down. I did notice that I still have to get around the whole distraction type of mood that I may be in. And yeah, a lot of times, well, it was caused today, I can say, about what I had going on with viral my viral type of infection that I'm dealing with. But I must digress and not let that keep me down. I can't let that be a reason that I may attack somebody because of what I have going on. I got to put that into perspective. That that's that's not something that should steer me away from being in my positive realm around other people. So I'm happy that I'm able to see that I was able to see it and carry on with my day. So I did not have too many undecidable times today when it came to my mental usage, the usage of where I stand. That cloud was not as deep today. It wasn't. I wasn't feeling like I was reaching out for acceptance today. I was not reaching out too much for acceptance. So that's good. That's very good. And my days are only going to grow. And as I tell more people about, hey, I know that you may need some help as well with what you have going on with your mental flow. So it may be better for you to start something on the lines of a journal, on the lines of the best way that you can learn to communicate with yourself. With you have to learn to show that yourself that you can love on yourself on a certain type of way. And I know me loving on myself more mentally is going to help me achieve my goals in the end. Me learning how to digress with my public speaking, this is helping me. This is going to move my public speaking. I can tell you right now, everyone, that word was not used, but maybe once today, maybe once because I'm using my brain. This is very much helping. This strengthening is there. It is there. Sometimes it takes you to hit a live button to know that you are able to bring some type of education towards others and yourself. So I have unlocked a key part of my life, I see, in my mental health journey. I have unlocked this key. I'm going to keep this door unlocked. And I'm going to keep it, I'm going to keep it open. I'm going to keep it open. Like I said, for positive comments, for negative comments, I need whatever whatever I can get so that I can stay on a task. I can only feel the rush of power when it comes to that mental power. It's been a long time since I've been able to feel mental power because I've always been challenging myself, trying to realize that uh, that trying to focus in on what I had going on mentally that I was not able to grasp onto the power. Sometimes you got to grasp onto that power that you have built and what you have going on mentally already so that you can know you're not crashing. You're not always crashing. And I know a lot of times that has caused me to suffer in what I had going on because I wasn't focusing in on the power that I have gained. So it's a lot that goes into this, into where I stand So I'm going to be branching out to my support, and I'm not going to let myself slip up. I'm working on the way. That's something I know for sure is that I am working on the way people feel about me, how I am going to learn to take in the positive when it comes to that, and not always confront all of the negative, so that I can stay on the path that I was on already. I can't keep letting people and situations take me by the hand and take me back over here to that path. No, I'm leading, not being a leader to myself, but being a follower. No, I can't go down that route. I got to stay on my path to being a leader and focusing in on exactly what I want to do, because it always has to be you and then the next. You, then the situation, that and the obstacle. You have to think about yourself before you jump over the obstacle, go through the obstacle course. It all plays a part. But you are number one in that part. I have to realize that. So I am reaching a common goal. Oh, no, you know what? Let me take that back. I'm not reaching a common goal. I'm reaching a main goal, which is oneself. Oneself for mental power. Now, that's a long time. That's going to be a long time goal for me to build my mental power. You have to feel that within your body when you say it. Mental power. So I'm happy that I'm gaining all of this support, and just being able to focus in. Right now my camera isn't focused. So my camera going through something right now. But I don't that doesn't mean I have to be going through it. So y'all, yes, I am I am feeling good. I'm feeling good. I just wish my camera did focus though. Focus. So, but I'm gonna keep going, okay, y'all. So yeah, I am losing focus towards the end of what I had going on. But hey, I'm making the hour. I'm making the hour work for myself. Hmm. Yeah, I sure am. I'm gonna make this hour work for me. And thank y'all so much for joining me on this road to a happier state in my mental environment. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know why it's acting like this. But yeah. Okay, so everybody, Hmm. Yeah, y'all, I don't know why it wants to do this. It don't want to focus anymore. So yeah, I have been very focused today. I have to say I've been very focused. Sometimes you see that, y'all, something wanted my focus to go away. Something tried to just take my focus. No, I am going to keep going through this. I'm going to keep going through what I have going on, and I'm not going to lose what I have built today. Today has been a great breakthrough. My first breakthrough is I have been able to stay on the path of commitment. I have also been able to stay on that path of not saying the words it has now overtaken me. Oh, my focus is back. That made me feel so much better. Everyone, that focus just came back. Whew. I digress. I'm starting to really love that word, digression. So yeah, I stayed on my task. I built a progression with my support team, which is a friend of mine. That made me feel really good. I learned today that I learned head on that somebody can try to pull you into a pathway that you don't need to go around, especially when they are dealing with negative tools, they're dealing with negative resources that they're using. So they have an even rougher path to go down on their mental journey. So I can't focus in on that. I have to stay ahead. And well, I have to stay in the state that I know is going to help me to progress and climb a ladder instead of being stagnant, being in a mental type of unstable, unstable type of mental blockage. I can't let that be my detriment. So I'm learning and digressing on this day too. I have, and I can only feel that happiness being reached on some level today. My relationship with my coworker that I was feeling frustrated and annoyed by has strengthened. I realized that I cannot just feel all of I can't feel all that I can't feel all of that negative reach that I had for that coworker. I have to say, hey, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve that negative energy. I may just be looking in on what somebody else said about them instead of creating my own perspective of who they are without judging and seeing them for their human kind, for their human being. So I'm staying on a great path. I'm staying on my path. And I got to realize this right here is something that I still can lose focus on a lot, which is there are so many beautiful reasons to be happy in this world. It's way too many. So I am going to keep that very close to me. I'm going to try to keep that saying close to what I have going on here in my heart and definitely right here mentally. And I'm going to keep a mental focus. I am so happy we were able to get back in tune with things and made it to day 2. I was late, but the the responsibility was on time. It was spot on. And this has helped me. I am going to keep on doing things to help myself first. Oneself. I can only help myself first in order for me to gain that composure and that patience and stability to help others. I have to learn that I have to find a way to focus in on who I am. This is my way right here that I know is going to help me with everything else that I have going on. This is going to help me mentally. Other people may be able to respond better with a therapist or may be able to respond better with a book on mental research, mental type of education. But I know that me keeping up with what I have going on with a recording can be my best state of mind And when I have people, and it, hey, it may be, uh, hopefully it'll be a positive reach, or it could be a negative reach. It's going to help me to know how to deal with certain situations. This right here is helping my public speaking. It's helping me to be able to keep my subjects in line and in task. And I am very proud that this is happening. So I can only branch forward and thank everybody for joining me for the long run. Please share this live. Please let people know that my focus is back. It's back and it's put back in place. And I can only reach for I can only reach forward from here and see where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go next. Watch out for day 3, everyone. Please subscribe to my channel. Roll your boat. Please get on the boat. We are sealing up sinkholes with drills as I speak. With the drills that have the cement right there on the nail, and it's sealing those sinkholes up on this ship. Yes, it is. This mental boat is afloat. Yes. So thank y'all, everyone, for joining me tonight. And I will be talking with y'all tomorrow on day 3 of the commitment of mental strengthening. This daily journal is taking off in the right direction. So please, definitely, everyone, I hope you take some energy from what I've said today. I hope y'all take the energy that you need to get you through your next mental point. Please, everybody, be safe out here. Be safe and digress in the right movements. Digress with the right movements, and we can make it together. I'll be talking with everybody soon. Thank you for joining me on Row Your Boat.